facial recognition comedy podcast. My name is Zara Ali.
Hey, I'm Fizza Dasani.
And I'm Paula Veganalin.
And I'm Preacher Lawson. I'm not supposed to say nothing.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
really
guys, that is our guest for today. What's your name again?
Preacher Lawson.
No, say it exactly how you said it before.
Preacher Lawson!
Okay, pull the mic away from me. Away from the mouth.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Preacher's on the other side of the room. And
I feel like I ruined the intro.
He's
now
not
redo
even.
it.
He's a mile away from the mic now, and that's how loud he sounds. Like that's insane. Like my mouth is literally touching this mic. Like I need alcohol to spray this down.
He doesn't do stand up with a mic. He just yells.
I've done stand up like 3 times, and the mic was off. I didn't notice.
It's weird how we'd have you on here in the mics, and you've only done stand up 3 times. It's weird.
Okay. Anyway, Pillavy.
That's so
Pallavi. How long did it take you to learn Pallavi's name?
I still don't know it.
And they're friends.
Yeah. Like 2 years? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was Pallavi.
That's pretty close.
That's actually that's pretty much that's what it is.
Well, she said it wasn't.
It's not, but it's really close.
I mean, I've heard it. People of Indian descent mess up your name more than that.
Yeah,
So,
I mean that's what I'm saying. It's pretty close.
Yeah, B+.
B+. All right, cool.
And in South Asia, we only demand A's. Anyways,
I get it.
Preacher's here because he's a dope comedian.
Thanks. Y'all don't have like this intro thing that y'all do that like,
you just sort of like jumped in.
Okay, well, I'm saying redo it. Act like I'm not here.
No,
Do it. I'm ready.
Nah, man,
this is raw.
Okay, I've ruined. I'm sorry, I ruined it.
Unprofessional.
It didn't ruin it. I think it was
did, I'm
beautiful.
sorry.
We love the spontaneity.
Well, what do you usually do?
We just talk. We like introduce ourselves and we introduce you, and then we talk about why you're here and who you are and what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
Do you want the roadmap for the whole podcast?
No. I don't. You don't.
Let's have the podcast be about the podcast.
the making of
facial
the podcast.
recognition. How'd y'all even think of this?
Facial
y'all just got
recognition?
mistaken.
Yeah,
too
we got
many times?
mistaken for each other a bunch of times, and then Fizza made the meme with all of our faces on it, and then people said that would be a really dope lineup, and then we started the show from there.
But we still get confused for each other.
Yeah.
Oh man.
To this day, they're like, "Hey, Fizza, I love the meme that you did." Like, "Hey, Fizza, how was that brown girl show?"
It's mostly us getting
You just
confused
give
for
up after a
Fizza.
while.
I'm just like, all
You
right.
just
Mostly
give up after a
like
while and you're like, all right.
Fizza is the famous one, and we just get confused for Fizza.
Yeah, pretty much. I pretty much now
like
whenever
every TV show, that's
whenever somebody does that, I'll just pull up the last flyer and I'm like,
They still
Pay
can't tell.
attention. No.
They still can't. They call me Aparna still.
yeah.
But like, you cut your hair off.
I know that helps a lot.
I'm
There are
sure.
some people who recognize me with like from before and after cutting my hair off, and like they have a special place in my heart. I'm like, I made it hard for you, and you still figured it out. That's dope.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you can tell us apart. I appreciate
I
that.
100% can't tell you apart. I don't know who told you that.
He's over there calling you Pallavi. Did you ever get confused for other comedians?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's just. I think that's just.
Your
I
brother's
think,
a comedian.
Yeah, but we don't. Yeah, he doesn't look like me.
Yeah.
How do you guys? Who do you often get mistaken for?
Who do I get mistaken for?
You got mistaken for Kevin Hart one time when I saw you on your Instagram story.
Well, someone never mistaken. No one thought I was
foot taller
Kevin
than
Hart.
him.
Yeah.
No one thought I was Kevin Hart, but they.
I'm a foot taller than you, Zara. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah. I know.
Everyone's a foot tall nerd. So no one mistake.
Damn.
No one mistaken me for Kevin Hart, but they yelled it out when I was on stage, and I was like, and I just started talking to him.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think you know any black comedians if you think I remind you, because Kevin Hart's way different. First off, he does stories. He's like long-winded. He has a different cadence. You know, and he's like this and he's like that and bop bop bop. You know, he's just different. You know, same with people. When people say I'm like Eddie Murphy. I'm like, you didn't watch Eddie Murphy's stand-up.
Yeah,
I think we talk fast. I think there's some similarities where like we talk fast at some points, but that's it. Like that's it. You know?
I mean, some people are just looking at broad strokes. They're like, you're black, you're funny, and you have high energy.
Who do people say you remind them of?
These two.
Well, we were talking about our influences.
As comedic wise.
Oh, comedic wise?
We said because you said you were influenced by
Like Robin Williams, Chris
Really?
That comes out
Chris
a
Rock?
little bit.
That's funny.
Well, I think like our generation was like, he was sort of the pinnacle comic in the late 90s, early 2000s. So he was my first comedy album I purchased.
She's not rubbing it around.
I'm sorry.
Preacher, just so our listeners there, Preacher's
doing it.
pointing
It
it.
was-
Well,
Nice,
it's because Preacher's moving his mic around.
I'm sorry.
And it's making noises, but
I'm
Zara's
sorry.
quietly holding hers.
I'm sorry. I like touching things. All right.
Do you have like stress balls
You know
and
what
stuff?
I meant? No. No, I don't have anything. I just pick stuff up. When I'm on the phone, I'm just like, yeah, you have and I'm just, like I just do stuff
nightmare.
all the time. Do you do that? No, you don't
I'm always doing stuff when I'm on the phone. Like I'm doing
I'm always
mindless
multitasking.
tasks. Yeah.
But that's like part of my ADHD. Like I'm just multitasking and then I just like leave things unfinished.
Are you
all
really
over the
ADHD?
place. Oh, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went to the doctor and everything?
I went to the doctor. I've been diagnosed.
Do you take like medication for that? I'm just asking.
Yeah, I mean, I have it. I don't take it all the time because it ages me. So
does it?
Yeah, Adderall ages you. So
Does it make you look like 12 instead of 11? Like you look super young. I'd ID you for lemonade.
No, but
like you've never taken this medication, clearly.
But you know, like now that there's like HD and 4K, you got to be, and Hollywood, you have to be mindful of like laugh lines and stuff. So I don't take it as much as I guess I should. But
I smile with my eyes.
I love how you're mentally suffering for your physical beauty.
I'm mentally suffering for my youth, basically.
Wait, so you're not smiling for future?
Part of that too, yeah. Part of that. Why
I've heard
I'm about to look so old.
I heard that about
all the time.
That about like
That's
the
how I sleep.
Kardashians or whatever, and I thought it was so dumb.
I have a
They don't
resting
smile.
bitch face
Somebody
to
said
save
not to.
myself for my to save my youth. That's part of it.
Yeah,
Watch your
I don't
language,
care.
Zara.
Once I get older, I'm older.
Sorry.
Like who? What age are you trying to look sexy at?
I
You are
mean,
not. You are saving your smile.
I'm
gonna be
take
a
it to
hot
the grave.
60.
You got a raise. Oh, I'm so excited.
I can't wait to look amazing.
I want to be
60.
I want to be a hot old
I don't want to be.
corpse.
I don't want to be 60. I'll be like 65, and then I'm done. Like that's it.
You're retired from life.
Yeah, I'm just gonna once I get to that point
That's
where I'm like.
That's so
I'm shaking,
insulting
like,
to 65-year-olds. It's like your life is miserable. You don't deserve to be around.
No, that's not that. That's a little
But
bit true.
what's life after 60 then? Like, what's that going to look like? Are you going to be in like Peru on a farm? Like, what's that going to look like?
Joan Rivers was still doing stuff at 80-something.
I think that's great. I don't want to be 80-something. I do not want to be 80-something.
That's crazy to me because you are actually like very physically fit and are setting yourself up for a really
have
long,
you ever
happy
seen?
life.
No. Have you not seen me in life? I always hurt myself. I'll be dead by then. I ride a motorcycle. I came here on a motorcycle. I'll be dead at like 40. I'll be gone. But that's when everybody is like killing it when they die early. Only the good die young.
So you're trying to burn out
I'm trying
quick.
to burn out.
My friend
I'm doing, some people do long distance. I do sprints. Okay?
My friend has a thing. He was like, I'm going to die young. I'm going to live fast and die young. And we're like, you're not living fast now. And he's like, well, I'm just going to live fast right before I die young. It's going to be like the
Really
biggest-
fast.
Friend is that?
I don't talk to him anymore. No.
Yeah, whatever.
Not really a friend anymore.
That's funny.
So who are you modeling yourself after? Are there certain
Me.
role models, or do
Me.
you have influences?
My
in your
influences
comedy?
wasn't comedians growing up. I mean I watched Comic View, but my influences were people like I did watch, Eddie Murphy's my favorite comedic actor. Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx show, Martin, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like those are my influences.
Yeah.
So you did America's Got Talent, but before that, or around that time, a little bit after, I think you were telling me that one of your heroes wrote like a check to himself. Who was it?
Jim Carrey. Yeah.
It was Jim Carrey, and you said that was something that you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they like their ambition is an influence.
I saw that episode, True Hollywood Story on E.
Yeah. Okay, I thought you were saying something else. Because the way you were talking, the cadence, I was like, she's gonna say more after that.
It's like,
Yeah.
like gossip. Ooh, I saw that thing that
I see it
everybody's
there.
seen.
And then I was like, all right, okay, you just seen it. All right, cool.
You're about to reveal a secret.
Yeah, I thought it was a secret. I was like, all right. And then it's nothing. All right.
Never cash the check.
Yeah.
So have you done it yet? Have
No, I
you
haven't done
written
it.
yourself $1 million check?
I have not written myself $1 million check.
A
but,
$10,000 check?
No.
Well, he wrote it for his dad.
Have you written yourself a rent check? Like,
Jim Carrey wrote it for his dad and put it in his dad's pocket, I think, at his funeral.
oh, that's sweet.
Oh, is that what it was?
I think so.
That's sweet.
Oh, when his dad died and how?
It was a while ago. I don't remember.
That sucks, man. I can't imagine. I mean, I don't know. The only person I've known that died in my family, I'm really fortunate, was my grandfather. And he died when he was like, in his 80s. And that was when I was 17. And I was like not in the same state as him for a long time.
So it's like
I
distant.
wasn't as bad. Like some people spend time with their. So I'd never experienced someone like really close to me dying. Like I have friends.
It's weird to me that you think that that you think that you're going to die young, because I have that from my friends dying young. So I saw that a lot in college and right after, and then because of that, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not going to live into my 30s, and now I'm like 29, and I'm like, okay, what do I do now?
Live fast, live fast.
Live fast.
Yeah.
And I still have that thing of like, oh, I'm probably going to be dead by like 42.
Oh, really?
But why do you say that? Like, why
I don't-
probably?
I
mean, he rides a
Wishful
motorcycle,
thinking.
so that makes sense.
I mean, I can't breathe in my sleep, so there's that.
You can't breathe in your sleep.
I have
You got
sleep
that-
apnea, and that you get prone to like strokes and heart attacks and stuff. But I mean, besides
How do you prevent that?
I have a CPAP, but I hate using it.
I'm saying that is there a more natural form
Of preventing sleep apnea?
Yeah. Like,
no, most people have it because they're overweight, but I'm not overweight.
That's what I'm saying. Like usually people that are overweight, they like snore. And
For me, it's like more genetic, the formation of like how my throat and my nose and stuff are. So like surgery is a much more extreme option, but other than that, it's more like the CPAP, wearing the machine.
Where's CPAP?
I hate it.
We got a lot of work to do.
I know.
So what did people do back in the day? They just died?
They would just have terrible, so they'd just be exhausted or like, because your body like wakes you up so that you don't get REM sleep, so that you don't die, so you don't choke and die in your sleep. So then you're just constantly tired, which I am.
Okay.
But
this is her constantly tired.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if she got like a good night's sleep?
I feel like I'd be so smart. I fantasize about how smart and efficient I'd be.
That's sad. I mean, you don't think about that. You don't think about the fact that I can sleep as long as I want to sleep. You know what I mean? You don't think about like people that are blind. They can't see.
I can sleep for a long time. It's just not. I wake up just exhausted. So, anyways, my sad life.
Well, isn't that their circadian rhythm? Like when sometimes when you sleep and you don't, you have about as an alarm clock, and you might have like, I don't know, like you sleep too long, and like some people can sleep like 4 hours.
Yeah,
but
that's
as long
true.
as you wake
All
up.
right. I did a science experiment in second grade where this is real. Where I tested
Dasani.
people's the fifth Dr. Dasani. And we had it people like, I don't know, like volunteers log their times they went to sleep, and basically the conclusion was that consistency in when you go to bed and wake up, and also the amount of time you sleep, is what helps you feel most energized.
And then they have these programs for sleeping. There's I think it's polyphasic sleep. It's biophasic sleeping as well. You ever try that, where you just try to sleep consistently 4 hours?
I don't. I've accidentally slept in naps because of my schedule and stuff. Like I'd say that I don't sleep anymore. I just nap. So that's happened.
She's definitely napped at my house.
Yeah, it's great. I love. There's actually a Facebook group for comedians with sleep apnea.
There is?
Yeah, and it's me and just like large dude comedians. And I'm like,
you sleep all.
And I literally was posting. I was like, can we just nap at each other's houses? Because when I leave downtown and I'm out in Hollywood and I have time between shows or mics, I'm like, I could really use a nap right now. It would be so helpful. But then like now I just started napping at Fiz's place.
So what happens?
She's my bae.
Yes. So like what is sleep apnea exactly? Like you don't sleep well or pass a certain amount of time because once you get into REM, that's when you wake up, or
no?
How
It's just that you're literally choking while you're sleeping.
I used to have a
like
friend
you're not breathing properly, not enough oxygen is getting in, and then your body doesn't allow you to get into deeper sleep and have that like actual rest and restoration.
Okay.
Because it doesn't want you to die. So you're constantly your body mode. Your body's waking you up so you don't choke to death.
What, like every 90 minutes,
It really depends, and we have on the CPAP you have data that you can give to the doctor and they can analyze it and see how well it's doing and adjust the pressure, because the CPAP is a machine that literally just blows pressurized air, room air with a humidifier type thing, to make it more comfortable into your orifices, your nose and your throat, so that it pushes into your lungs and forces your lungs to take the oxygen in.
What does it look like?
It's really dope. It's a mask over your
Okay.
face with a tube leading to a little machine that has like water in it that you can you have to use distilled water and stuff.
So with using a CPAP, are you able to get a good night's sleep?
So the problem is that you have to use it enough to get used to it, and it's really hard to do that. You have to do it consistently, and I haven't done it to the point, like you have to wear it for months for some people, and I haven't done it to the point where I've gotten used to it, and there have been times where I've worn it and choked while I had it on, and that's terrifying.
Oh, wow.
Because then you wake up and you're like, "Bleh," and you like pull it off your face. But anyway, okay, this is too much about me.
Yeah, Preacher
hasn't been sleeping lately because he's been going on tour a lot.
Great transition.
No, I was going to talk to you about it because you went from doing like similar open mics to ones that we were at to being on America's Got Talent, and then your career just like it skyrocketed, and now you're headlining, touring everywhere, and on your Instagram stories and stuff, you're like, I got 2 hours of sleep again last night, and you're still Instagramming, and you're still going to the next like a radio show or podcast.
Are you hitting up the gym? Because you're also hitting up the gym probably.
Actually, I'm trying to transition to calisthenics, and I don't want to do the gym anymore. But
Is
yeah,
that because of injuries or something? Or?
Yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to be lifting like a whole bunch of weight. Like I'm, benching 2, whatever. So I'm trying to go back to calisthenics. That's your body weight. So
yeah. So what's like your time management like to fit in the calisthenics and
it's really
all this
okay.
stuff?
Well,
Well,
what happens?
side note. So for anyone who doesn't know, Preacher Lawson also is a trainer. So that's why you know all these terms. I don't remember what some of these terms were that I learned in gym class a while ago.
Gym class, PE,
presidential challenge.
I don't know.
How long can you
hang? Yeah. So what's calisthenics?
Calisthenics is just body weight.
It's like push-ups, crunches, stuff that I do at home because I'm too lazy to go to the gym.
Yeah. It's just, you can do so many. Yeah.
Similar to yoga.
Yeah. I mean, well, yoga's
It's a form of it.
Yeah. Yoga's a lot more complex than people give it credit for.
Oh, yeah.
You'll realize how not, Anyway, I love yoga. I think yoga's great.
I prefer using my own body weight as opposed to machines also.
Yeah. But I mean, it just depends what you're trying to go for. Like a lot of people that want to get like really big, you're not going to get huge doing calisthenics.
I'm not trying to get beefy.
Yeah. See, I didn't know.
So like P90X and all these like in-home like DVDs and stuff, that's all...
P90X is not calisthenics.
It's not?
No, Insanity. Insanity's calisthenics.
Because Paul Ryan had that weight in his hand in those pictures, so...
Who's Paul Ryan?
Paul Ryan is the Speaker of the House.
Oh, the one guy, the Republican guy.
Yeah, he looks
really
like a vampire.
Supposed to be the attractive dude.
The attractive Republican dude. The one attractive Republican.
Hold up. Let's not say that.
Sorry, no, everyone's beautiful on the inside, or not, whatever you want to believe.
Anyway, so you have to.
See, I thought there was a different Paul Ryan. I know who that is, but I was like, there's no way you're bringing him. All right.
We love everybody on this podcast.
No, we don't.
Let's be honest.
So how do you schedule your life? How do you do how do you do everything now that you're touring all the time?
You have to time management is a huge thing. So you kind of I write out my planner, what I'm doing. So like for instance, man, I don't like today. As soon as I get back, I'm going to the Culver City Stairs, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna run up there like 5 times, and it sucks so bad. So I'm gonna do that. As soon as I'm done, I'm gonna film a Cooking with a Comedian episode.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna get on stage, and then I'm gonna write another Cooking with a Comedian episode that night, and then fall asleep and repeat. Go to another podcast tomorrow, and I forgot what the podcast is.
It's just a different podcast.
Yeah, not this podcast, so we don't care.
Yeah, it's not a cool one. Yeah. That's what I'm going to say about this podcast when I go to that one.
Did you schedule us in, like we're in your notebook?
Yeah, I scheduled y'all twice on accident. That's why I called her yesterday, because they said I was here today and Tuesday. So I was like, why did I write that down? But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I just write down everything I'm gonna do.
But it's gotta be overwhelming sometimes.
It's way overwhelming.
Because I feel like you're constantly on the move. So like even like packing stuff,
4 hours a day,
doing laundry, all that stuff seems like it's like you're just running around like a chicken without its head.
Are you on the road every weekend?
Every weekend.
And then during the week you're here and you're doing this, wake up podcast workout.
Yeah, I didn't. Yesterday sucked because I was supposed to fly out at 6:30. So I was supposed to fly at 6:30. They delayed my flight to 1:15. So I was supposed to arrive in LA at 11 o'clock. So I already had my day planned, but I didn't get to LA around 7:30. 7:30 I got here, and then I just kind of went from there to the Improv, tried some new jokes, got humbled, and then came back.
Blessed.
Blessed. But it's always weird because I went to an open mic, so it's a bunch of comedians. It's not good to test out jokes for the comedians, especially at an open mic when a lot of comedians are trying. When a lot of comedians are trying to get on. I mean, it was a good set, but it also is like you got people in there that really like me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like people that started doing stand up, and then they seen me, and they're like, "Oh, I like him." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's people that are like, I don't like him, and then or I want to be on stage right now. I remember watching a bunch of comedians I liked. But I wanted to be on stage, so I was upset, so I wasn't laughing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not because they weren't funny, because I was like, man, I want to try this new joke out.
It's not the best gauge of material.
Yeah.
Every comedian is just thinking about themselves.
Yeah, it is true. I mean, as you should be. You should think about yourself in your career. You should be selfish. I feel like everyone should be selfish a little bit.
Is that what helped you? Is that what helped you get to where you are?
No.
To be a little selfish?
Nope,
I feel like you're not that guy.
No, I don't feel like I'm...
Preacher has a story because he was on our podcast, like the podcast I have with Jill Transplant, which is coming out, date TBA. But Like you were telling us that you slept in an alley.
Yeah.
Before you were homeless.
When I was homeless a bunch of times. Like everyone keeps bringing up the one time I was homeless in L.A., but it's like I was homeless in Portland. That's why I moved to Orlando in the beginning. I was homeless when I was in
homeless coming to a city near you.
No, not me. not anymore. Yeah. I would not be. But yeah, I used to when I first moved from Portland to Memphis. My family. We slept in the car. You know, we drove all the way from Portland to Memphis, and then we,
For how long?
It took us 2 days. It took us 4 days. So we slept in the car.
It took us 2 days, 4 days, 8 days, 12 days.
What's the longest stretch of time you have not had a home?
The longest stretch of time that I haven't had a home, or the longest time I slept on the street.
I mean,
are those 2 days? Like you chose to sleep on the street?
I guess a car count. Does a car count as a home?
Well, I never slept in the car. I never slept in my car. I slept in my mom's car. But I would say the longest time I technically didn't have a place to live was about, I don't know, like 2 months or something like that.
Where were you?
2 months. Well, I was being
what was
single.
That face?
You know what I mean? I was just
dating for a bed.
You found a home on Tinder.
Gotta do what you got to do. Tinder, okay, Cupid.
Finding girlfriends all around.
I'm not mad.
I was like, I'm not gonna be honest.
It's like, I guess, people who date for dinner. Except like that's taken it to another level.
Wow, 2 months of dates. That would be exhausting.
It's not like I was going meeting new people all the time. Like it was just pretty much like 2 people. I was just rotating. Anyway.
Wow.
Anyway, can't post this anymore. No, I was like.
So what was the trick? Just like not appearing homeless, but being homeless. Like, did you have a gym membership that you were paying for?
Yeah, I used to work at when I was homeless in LA. I used to work at the gym. I used to place all my stuff in the gym. I didn't have a place to stay, so all my stuff was in the closet. It was in the gym closet. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, I just had there, and I used to go to work. I used to shower there. And I used to do all this stuff. Or I would just meet people. I would train people. You need some more training? I trained you at your, okay, yeah. I need to bring my suitcase to show the rest of the stuff.
I need to show you calisthenics at home. Body weight.
Yeah. So, I would just, that's how I do.
So this was your second round in LA.
The first time I moved to LA was 2012.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I was,
Okay.
See, you're such a good friend. Anyway, so I moved to LA in 2012.
How do you pronounce my name, preacher?
First off, who got, that's, anyway. Pulla girl.
Oh.
All right. It's Pullaby though. All right, Pullaby.
He got it.
All right.
Okay, so.
You should just use a U instead of an A then. That's your fault. That's not my fault.
Okay, that's, first of all, let's blame my parents for everything.
Your parents.
Let's blame them.
Should have put a U. All right, no.
Watch everyone call her Pullaby or
Pullaby.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Okay, 2012, you moved to LA.
Oh, yeah. I moved to LA in 2012 for 2 months.
And then you moved back where?
Yeah, I moved back. I had a girlfriend at the time in Florida, and it was hard, dating, and then I was in Longwood, California, which is next to Long Beach. Yeah. And I remember I used to walk to work every day, walk from work to the house every day. It used to take me 2 hours. So I would walk 2 hours, and then sometimes I wouldn't. I would go to open mic, and that was 2 hours on a 2.5 hours on the bus to get to LA to do open mic, to not get on stage, to go 2.5 hours back. So it was a long stretch, and I was like, I'm done.
I just feel like you haven't paid your dues, really,
Well, you didn't. Why didn't you think of maybe going to New York instead? Why LA?
If I redid it, I'd probably go to New York. I mean, I'm glad I came here because it obviously worked out.
Yeah.
But I went to New York last year, and I was like, man, this is amazing. It was dope. So I mean, I would suggest to any comedian, if you're a comedian, you want to do comedy, I would go to New York and just go hard.
Yeah.
Go hard.
I want to go there so bad.
Yeah, it's dope. I mean, I think you get better.
It's the best stand-up city in the world.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, but if you I feel like that's only if you, it's not for acting.
It's stand-up, not entertainment.
It's not as much TV. You know what I mean?
Well, that's LA.
And TV helped me do my thing. So.
I think it's interesting that a lot of people will see your rise to success and think, oh, you know, like it's an overnight success, and they don't realize that like an overnight success is literally 10 years.
Yeah, I've been doing stand-up 9 years.
So it's
9 years. You were taking buses 2 hours to get to an open mic to not get up.
I used to walk.
Fool,
I walked 6 hours to get on 5 minutes.
Still does that. He had surgery in the morning and went to an open mic at night, and I was like, "What are you doing?" Like he literally walked from surgery on your hip, or what was it? It was
I had 2 hernias.
Yeah, he had hernias.
I think I remember this. I think I was at this open mic.
To an open mic.
Hooters?
Yeah.
After he got famous.
was it over?
I was like, I would have them wheel me in the stretcher.
Because if I don't get on stage, I get sad.
I know, I get sad too.
I get sad.
This is something that I'm having a lot of problems with, and Zara is too, because we're balancing like our day jobs. Just for me, is school, and for Zara, she works in tech, and we have a hard time because like some weeks we have to focus more on work so that we can have health insurance.
Well, it's not even that. It's like work. And then there's all this other stuff that we're doing to fuel our comedy careers, but it's not stand-up. So like I'm now doing 2 podcasts, producing shows, and all of this, and self-promotion, and then doing the acting to get a TV gig. That will, you know, and it's like, all of this is taking away from stage time.
When I was at LA Fitness, I just quit because it was taking too much of my time.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a backup plan. So that was like...
So then you were homeless again?
No, I wasn't homeless, you know.
He had a girlfriend.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend by then.
That helps.
This is why I'm trying to find love in this city.
That's what I'm working on right now.
No, but she wasn't taking care of me, so it's not like that. I mean, every time we went out to eat, I was still paying, you know what I mean? So,
but you had a place to stay.
I did have a place to stay, and I was also paying rent. There was one time where I was spotted for rent 2 months, and then I paid it back. But for the most part, I don't like when people take care of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like even when I was staying over people's houses, like I was doing things for them, and you know I just need a spot. You know, so but I go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna ask because I feel like your mom probably was a huge influence on that attitude, right? Because she's like a single mother of 4, and it seemed like she works really hard. Like I met your whole family, and they all seem like really hard workers.
My mom's a crazy hard worker. I remember times my mom didn't eat, but she would make us so we can eat. She wouldn't eat anything.
Yeah.
And she was like, I remember those days. So my mom's great. My mom's she's a great person.
And she always believed in you. Didn't she tell you were going to do stand-up before you did?
My mom didn't want me to do stand-up.
Oh, okay.
But she knew that's where you were headed.
She did, yeah. She didn't want me to do stand-up, and she didn't tell me that till like 6 months ago.
Oh, wow.
What?
She didn't tell me that till like 6 months. She was like, when I found out you was doing stand-up, I was like, this idiot. Yeah, that's she told me. But when I told her I wanted to do stand-up, her response was like, that's what I'm talking about, boy.
That's a good mother.
Do something that as long as you work hard, you're going to get to where you want to be, and this and that. Then she said all these nice things. So I was like, oh, yeah, she's with me. And then she was always encouraging me for like 9 years. And then she was like, yeah, well, I didn't want you to do it in the beginning.
Turns out your mom was the better actor than you. This whole time.
That's funny.
She's going to get a sitcom. She's so funny. Your whole family is so funny and sweet.
Thank you.
Like you had your mom open, and then you had your brother like feature for you at one show.
Wait, does your mom do stand-up as well?
She did that time.
She did stand-up a couple times.
Okay.
My mom was silly.
So you guys did a family stand-up showcase.
We did. It was dope. My mom went up first, and then my brother did some stand-up, and then I went up last, and it was great. That was like 4 years ago.
Which city?
It was Orlando.
Oh,
it was
dope.
actually St. Cloud, Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you know I'm from Florida too.
Oh yeah, Fort Myers.
You remember?
Yeah.
And then Orlando.
Why would I forget? I'm sorry to hit the table. You guys,
The preacher's just dropping the bass all over this podcast.
Don't worry about it. All right. Okay. So I just have way more friends and family members.
They're hitting you up for stuff?
Yeah, man. I got a lot of people that think I have endless amounts of money, and it's like I have money now. I'm not broke at all, but I'm not rich.
You're not out here just adopting random people who just pop into your life.
You're a professional working comedian, right? And then are we going to be seeing you on TV, or can you not talk about anything?
No, I could say you will be seeing me on TV. I think, for sure you'll see me on TV.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but
where specifically?
I don't know where.
Is it going to be a weekly thing? Is it going to be a weekly thing?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
So there's some things in the works.
I'm saying, there's some things in the works. I'm saying you'll see me on TV because I'm just confident in my conviction that I think that eventually I'll be on TV. There are some things in the works, but I don't know. It could just not happen. There's plenty of things that I went on plenty of auditions where I've came so close and they just ended up last minute switched. I had someone not pick me because they told me I looked too young. And I was like...
You should have laughed more and taken ADHD medication.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, ADHD real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they acting auditions?
It was acting auditions.
Oh, dope.
It was down to the last... They picked someone, and they fired them. Then they picked me up. And then they would like me, but they were like, well, he looks too young. And I was like, look, bro, it's because I grew out my hair. I will cut it right now. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, they didn't choose me. So.
That's the thing. One thing casting directors can't like get past is hair. Like if you come in with a different hair color, like they like blow a gasket. They don't get it. They're like, how is this the same person?
Yeah, unless it's facial hair. They're like, can you shave it or whatever?
But like hair?
They ask us that too. South Asian girl problems.
Yeah.
So has the transition into acting, how's that been for you?
How so?
Because you're an amazing stand-up. Were you acting the whole time you were doing stand-up as well? Like what came first?
I was definitely stand-up. I'm trying to do, I've been always going on auditions, but I'm trying to take classes now because it's not just like something you can, I mean, I think it's an easier transition when you go from stand-up or you go from improvised, comedy to acting, but
it's a different muscle.
It is a different muscle.
Absolutely.
It is a different muscle. I know some people, some people you're just stronger and no one's like amazing. Well, unless you like Jim Carrey or Jamie Foxx.
Donald Glover.
Robin Williams.
Someone said that Donald Glover was a Jamie Foxx on steroids. All right.
What?
I just want to hear.
Who said that?
For what?
Did someone say that out loud?
Yeah. Okay. Do you get what they mean by that?
No.
Okay. I was like, because you guys were looking at me confused. I was like, I don't think you know what I mean. Okay. So they said that Donald Glover is a Jamie Foxx on steroids.
Like he's better at everything, or
yeah. Kind of
I mean,
thing.
he is very multi-talented.
Really talented,
I think that I think you can't compare the two.
Yeah.
They're very different.
Yeah. I think that,
Jamie Foxx won an Oscar, right?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx is the better, I think.
I mean, Donald Glover might win an Oscar if you give him the same amount of time or less than Jamie had. I think he's on his way.
It's just different. I think
pitting people against each other.
I think the paths were different.
I think Glover, he touches people differently. You know what I mean? Like the fact that he did This Is America.
Yeah.
Like Jamie Foxx would never do that.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't do anything like controversial. Like he just makes music. But he is he sings.
Yeah.
Like Jamie Foxx's voice is insane. He's like one of the greatest. He's amazing. And he's, so I just think it's different.
I wanted to ask you.
I hate when people compare.
Yeah.
I'm not comparing.
No. I'm saying other people when they say Jamie Foxx. But I hate when people, because they say this person like this person. Don't say that because now someone hates that person.
You don't have to elevate someone by putting someone else down.
Yeah. Like when someone did the Kevin Hart comparison, I was like, I'm not like Kevin Hart. I'm just black and loud. Like I'm interject. And so, but when you say that, people are like, oh, he preaches nothing like Kevin. Preacher sucks. Yeah. Kevin Hart's funny, or Kevin Hart is Kevin Hart. Like when I did that,
Cardi B, Nicki Minaj thing.
If you look, it's like they're not even. Yeah, they're different.
I had a question. So you brought up like the controversial thing, but you do clean comedy so that you can appeal, like everybody can enjoy your comedy.
It's not true.
What?
Yeah.
What's not true?
Well, I'm not really. I mean, how many times do you hear me cuss anyway?
No, but I'm saying that's one of the things that's important to you is that everybody can enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
So that's part of the reason why you do clean comedy. But in general, you just find those things funny as well. But do you feel that now that you have a bigger platform, or even in general, do you bring up topics that you think might be controversial or that might divide the audience? Like, has there been anything that has been important to you that you started talking about?
I started talking about sagging. But I've always been talking about that. Anything I want to talk about, I talk about. I don't feel like I censor myself. I don't think I censor myself, but I just don't. If I don't have, a lot of times I don't bring a certain subject up because I don't know how to make that funny. Okay. But I don't try to appeal to any certain audience. I don't cuss because I didn't grow up cussing. I heard my mom cuss twice in her whole entire life. When I was 8, I was 18. So I mean, I just didn't grow up doing that. But as far as like controversial, like I started doing a joke about sagging pants about 6 years ago because when they made it against the law. So sagging,
it was against the law.
It's still against the law.
Where?
Certain places like Wisconsin, Cocoa Beach, Florida. I mean, you can go to jail for sagging. So my joke was, I was like, I remember I did this joke in Portland, Oregon too. I'm gonna tell you the story. So I did the joke in Portland, Oregon. I'm like, I don't understand why sagging is against the law. Why are you laughing?
I'm just wondering where this is headed.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, all right. So,
also, my boyfriend sags, and it's the most annoying thing in the world.
Oh, it does? Yeah, okay.
And
well, I think sagging is stupid. I think it's stupid, but it's that. But why make it illegal? Like, why make it like? Who is it hurting? Like, I think man buns are stupid. You know, mohawks are dumb.
I mean, if you got underwear on and you're sagging, that's like if you don't have underwear on, your pants are your kneecaps.
Exactly, but I don't like the fact when people. I mean, you know, you're putting people in jail for indecent exposure. When they have underwear on, but then someone can walk around with booty shorts, and then it's like, you know, they're actually showing skin.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. But it's just long. I mean, I don't care. I don't think sagging should be against the law. I think it's dumb. But my joke was, I was like, if you don't like, how is sagging against the law, but leggings are legal for everybody? I was like, everybody shouldn't be able to wear leggings, ladies, and some men. It just shouldn't be for everybody. And I said, I seen this lady wear leggings at a gas station. She was like, she had to be at least 1,000, and her booty was saggy, looked like a bag of library cards. Like no one could do it. I forgot the whole bit, but I did a whole bit, and I was like, if you don't want sagging at your establishment, it's okay. Just put up a sign like, hey, you know, I don't like black people, because that's what you feel.
Yeah.
So that joke for me is really hard to make funny, but I've had the joke for a long time. So I did that in Oregon about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And I'm not even gonna say the comedian's name, but I went up and then I did that joke, and then Portland's it's a female comedy. Excuse me, a women comedy.
You're not allowed to say female.
Not allowed to say female. I grew up in Memphis, so I just said we say female all the time.
Got in trouble for that. I think a while ago when like Fantastic Four or something came out, he said he used the term female, and then everybody got mad at him.
Is female like not?
It's just some people like use it in the connotation of like these females like in a negative.
I meant it as a woman.
But I say female all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just depends on who it's coming from. I think the context.
Anyway, so. It's a women run the comedy scene. So I get off stage. This lady goes up after me. She flips out. She's like, "Women, you can wear whatever you want to wear. You know, you can. That's not
the point.
Yeah, it's not the point. But she's like, you can wear whatever you want. Don't let another man tell you can't have leggings on, this and that, and then that. And I'm like, you just skip past all these black people going to jail.
Was
for
it a
sagging.
white lady?
Yeah, it was a white lady.
Of course.
But it's like sometimes they try to act like that's why.
White feminism.
Yeah. Some people are just they don't care about. They try to act like, oh, we want it for everybody. We want equality for everybody. But you just skip the fact that all these black people are going to jail, and I just made fun of everybody. Yeah, I made fun of. I said sagging was stupid, so I made fun of people that sag. I said that leggings. I made fun of. You know what I mean? I made fun of everybody, and then they were like, you got mad. It was stupid.
She made it about show.
She made it about her, and it's like
that's what she was thinking about. She's thinking about herself.
And it's like you don't go through it. I mean,
it sounded like you pushed a button.
Yeah.
It sounded like she was really
No. That's her. That's who she is.
Well, that's
100% who she is.
There's things that trigger people, right?
Yeah.
Like,
it has nothing to do with you.
It's the movement right now where people aren't really listening to what you're saying.
Yeah.
They're just always on the defense, and there's certain words that will trigger them.
Yeah.
Like
no one listens.
No, nobody listens. Like
I'm saying that nobody listens.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
No, I had a Caucasian female feminist heckler at a show a couple of days ago.
This.
And I have a bit that I do about like, hey, feminism's too hard. I'm just looking for a white baby daddy right now. Like that's what I'm looking for. Yeah. And she was like, you're everything that's wrong with females. Like you're everything that's wrong with women today. And she just kept yelling it out, just kept yelling it. And I had to shut her down. I had to call security to get her out of there. She also may have been on meth at the time. So
that's a factor.
Yeah. But also,
but you're what's wrong,
like
you are. Yeah.
I'm what's wrong
You're
with
not doing meth.
That march was about
you. Join the movement.
Yeah. Like
all those meth heads at that march. No.
Yeah. But I'm like, hold on. I'm a comedian who's a woman that's like
a woman of color.
A woman of color of two female comedians on a lineup of 9 dudes. Like who?
Let's shut your voice down.
Am I just not like the picture of feminism right now because I'm making a joke about feminism because we don't have equality. Yeah. Why does that make me a bad person because I'm making fun of feminism?
She was on meth, so I don't even know why you're entertaining.
Well, no, but it's like people hear trigger words.
But how'd you guess meth, by the way? Like, what was it?
The way that she was behaving and whatnot, it wasn't like the usual suspects that you, like the usual intoxication that you see at these bar shows.
So it wasn't cocaine or like it wasn't weed?
No, I mean, that's the best guess that everybody else also had, other comedians had at the time, and the security person who kicked her out.
But so, there are a lot of I was talking to my friend about a show that I did in Seattle that he saw me at, and he said that some of the like white female comedians in the back really didn't like what I was saying, but everybody else was enjoying it. But he noticed that some of them like were, you know, kind of like pulled back.
It's really hard for me to feel bad for white people. It's really hard. It's really hard, man. I mean, I do feel. I mean, I'm not saying that white people can't go through things at all. Like white people,
and there's
if you're a person, everyone gets depressed, everyone gets sad, everyone has a heartbreak. So I'm not saying that I'm just saying that it's just hard for me. Anytime I talk to someone, like I was talking to some dude on the plane, and he was just some random guy. I was just talking to him, and he was saying something about staying out of trouble. He's like, just don't do anything bad. I'm like, bro, how many times have you been pulled over walking?
Well, you know,
I always ask someone that story. I'm like, how many times have you been pulled over walking? And he said, I've never been pulled over walking. I was like, I don't know how many times I've been pulled over walking. I don't sag my pants. I don't have any tattoos. I don't have any piercings.
You don't even curse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, what other reason are they pulling me over for?
You don't even eat meat.
Yeah, I don't eat meat.
You're a harmless person.
I did eat, yeah.
But I think there's a layer of privilege that makes it difficult for some white people to relate to our experience. It makes it abstract for them, and that's frustrating. Yeah. You know, because they don't get. Yeah. It's hard to get if you haven't experienced it, I guess.
I think also like there are, like you said, everybody goes through their struggle, and so there are like a lot of white people I know that grew up poor and grew up like you know in single parent homes and like had their own struggles,
abuse,
and so they
whatever they went through,
and they can't see past it to the larger system because they have their own personal struggles that they feel have put them at a disadvantage, and in a lot of cases it has. But like there's this whole level to there's just a whole colorism race issue that like encompasses that.
Yeah,
it kind of is a cloud over it.
All right,
but. Anyways.
All right, something funny to talk about.
The facial recognition comedy.
So what was so who are some of your heroes that you've gotten to meet, and what are some great tidbits or advice that they've given you so far?
No one's really, I mean, I don't know, it's weird because when I see someone I look up to or someone I like, I kind of stay away from them. You know, I always say hi to them because I'm like, I don't want to not be able to say hi.
That's why I'm best friends with you, because I...
This is also why I don't talk to anyone, because I like everyone and I don't want them to like find a reason not to like me. And then people think that I'm being a snob because I don't like try my I don't really try to engage, because it's like I don't want to like I don't want anyone to get too close to me and then not like me.
I seen Jay.
I feel like there are larger issues there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I seen Jay Pharoah in the store like some months ago. And I was like, yo, Jay. And he was like, yo, preacher. And I was like, oh my gosh. In my head, in my body, I was like, I can't believe you know what I am.
Call me by my name.
And we were just talking for a long time. We were just talking about life and stuff. And it was dope. And then we follow each other on Instagram. Now we just talk on Instagram. So it's pretty dope. Like he'll just pop up on my thing and comment something. And I'm like, man, I can't believe this is weird. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. Or like, what's that guy? Cousin Skeeter. I don't know if y'all watch.
Oh, yeah.
One-on-one.
Robert Richard.
Yeah. So I just seen him in the airport yesterday. And he just gave me his number. Like this is just weird.
Ooh, you got those digits?
Yeah.
You got Robert Richard's number?
Yeah, you can't have it.
My dad one time he was at an airport and he was like waiting for his flight and he saw Jermaine Jackson of the Jackson 5 and he went up to him and he started talking to him, and there was like family issues that were in the media, and he my dad was really nice and asked him about it, and then he gave him his email address. So basically I'm in the Jackson family now.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm pretty happy.
You're in the Jackson family?
My dad got Jermaine Jackson's email address.
You're 1 degree separated.
He got his email address?
Yeah.
Jermaine Jackson is so old. He has an email.
Do you know what's well, he's not going to give him his number, but you know what's crazy is that my dad recognized him at this age. I was like, in an airport, well, like Jermaine, that's dope.
He doesn't look anything like he used to look, but he has a very distinct look.
That's true.
Does he?
Yeah, his hair, like he has a swoop, and that's Jermaine Jackson. He has like his hair, I think, is permed. Straight, yeah. Has like a.
And your dad, in his prime, he was probably listening to the Jackson 5.
My dad was, my dad introduced.
I'm listening to Jackson 5 now.
My dad like introduced me to like all Motown and everything. Like that was. I never listened to the Beatles because my dad never listened to it, but he listened to like Stevie Wonder, all of that stuff. So that's like where I got it from. Right?
Stevie Wonder's one of my favorite singers of all time.
He's so great.
Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder.
In the sky.
Have you met Stevie Wonder yet?
Nope, but then after that, I'll die. That's what I'm saying. If I meet Will Smith, Eddie Murphy, and Stevie Wonder, I'm good. Will Smith, Eddie Murphy, yeah, that's it.
Do you have any female influences?
Do I have any female influences? Yeah, you know.
Besides Tyra Banks. Besides Tyra Banks.
I was like, oh my gosh, meeting Tyra Banks was so dope.
Yeah, can we
used
talk
to watch
about
her
that?
all the time. She licked my face twice. By the way.
She licked your face?
She licked my face
You licked
twice.
her too.
Okay.
I did. That's why she licked me back, but they cut it out. They cut it out. So when on stage, she licked me right before. She licked all my facial hair off. Like I just had facial hair on one side. I went on stage and they was like, "You got a girlfriend?" I was like, "Yeah, she dope," and they cut it out. Right.
Oh, dope.
As soon as I got off stage, she was kind of like, "Why would you let him lick your face?" Let me lick him. She didn't say that,
Yeah.
but she was looking at me like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I didn't tell you to lick my. I just walked up next to you and you licked my face.
Tyra Banks.
I think
Yeah.
she's a fan. Like, what's the spiciest
She's not
thing?
a fan. She's a flirt. So
What's the spiciest thing that Tyra said to you?
she doesn't. No, she doesn't. No, she's not like that. No. Now ask me, Mel B. No, just
Okay. All right.
No,
What
no,
about
no.
I love Mel B
Tyra's,
so much.
yeah, Mel B's she's amazing. Tyra's she's a great personality. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She ain't stunning.
Every time I think of Tyra, I think of that moment on America's Next Top Model where she was like, "We were rooting for you." And
I was rooting for you.
it was like so iconic.
I know, that was real.
Yeah.
I remember that. Because the girl that looked like her, she was complaining or something.
She was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
not taking advantage of her opportunities, and Tyra was just getting emotional. But I remember we all watched that. We had like goosebumps and stuff.
I remember that there was this guy who was doing some convention. I don't know how we found out. It was in Portland, Oregon. Me, my brother, my cousin, and some other person went, and it was a scam. It was a scam. So they went up there, and it was I didn't know it was a scam, but it was trying to make people a model or something like that.
Yeah.
And they were talking about Tyra Banks. He's like, I used to work on Tyra Banks. I never seen so much Photoshop in my life. Blah blah blah. And it's just for sure, it's probably Photoshop. Who cares? But he was using that as leverage. And he was like, he was talking about all the things he can do and da-da-da-da. It was a bunch of people. And we had an audition. And then after the audition, it was like, all right, you can take the class, this amount of money, da-da-da. And I was like, oh, this is clearly a scam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was like dying laughing because I was with my cousin and my brother. As soon as I'm like laughing, I'm like, this is stupid. Like, this is a scam. I turn around, they're like adding up. So if I work on Wednesday, I can save up. And then if we share, then maybe we'll get a discount. I'm like, bruh, like, what are you guys doing? This is like
Have you ever fallen for any scams?
Yeah, plenty of scams. Plenty of scams. I got scammed for acting class. A modeling class, but you can't. It's John Casablanca. Have you ever heard that? Yeah, I got scammed for that. I got scammed for like $4,000 when I was in Orlando. When I was super broke, and there was 7 of us living in a hotel.
Oh my goodness.
We had to rotate every few hours on like the couch and the floor and the bed and the right side of the bed, left side of the bed.
Broke, five broke.
Yeah. And then that's how they got me. 'Cause I
Every
was
few
so
hours?
broke. Yeah.
Did you all have sleep apnea?
No.
Can relate to that.
No. We didn't. They were like, all right, look, I slept on the floor long enough. Like, I didn't want to get on the bed. So, man, but yeah. So
It's like a chore wheel, but where you sleep.
It was me, my brother, my
Clockwise.
sister, my cousin, Akeem. Who else was it? Me.
So you all got
my
scammed.
mom.
The family got scammed.
No,
No, he got scammed while he and his family
I got
were broke.
scammed because there
okay.
was 7 of us living in one room.
Okay.
And I really needed money.
Uh-huh.
And I was really like, I just got scammed. You know what? I don't even want to tell the story.
Don't fall for
That's
the
fine.
scams,
Yeah.
basically. Be very...
Oh, everybody
very-
gets scammed.
Yeah, of course.
But then anytime it happens, it just, even so, like I got scammed for like $4,000 I'm in Bank of America, so they shut down my bank account. Then as soon as I got off America's Got Talent, I started going on tour. I paid it off like 2 months later. I was like, here you go, done. And it's still on my record. I paid off. I paid everything off.
Yeah.
I paid them the money. It's still on my record.
Like on your credit?
It's still on my credit.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that's dumb. It's like once I pay it off, shouldn't you take it off my
It
record?
takes a while. I think there's like
7 years, I
services you
think?
could...
Yeah, I would have kept the money though.
You can also
I would have kept $4,000.
Yeah, once it's in collections, it's just like
you can-
just keep your money.
But you can call collections and stuff and ask them to help remove it. But it's like
Then
a whole thing.
then I got with this company. It's called Lexington Law. Have you heard
Yeah.
of that? Yeah,
No,
I got
I
with
haven't
that.
heard of it, but-
And you haven't heard of it? No, okay. Well, they help you get rid of your credit, and then so I was with them for like 6 months. And then they were like, yeah, your credit's jumping up like crazy, but we still have that Bank of America. I was like, the reason my credit's going up is because I've been using my credit card every month, and I've been paying it off every single time. And so you haven't done anything, is
Yeah.
what you're saying. Like, I've just
So
been
what
giving y'all money.
happened?
Like,
Did you drop them?
Yeah. He was like, you want to renew? I was like, no. The one job you had was to get that off my record, and you didn't. All right.
What's
I
your
feel like preachers become more cutthroat. since
I don't think so. I think you've got to know better.
I think I'm the same amount. Yeah, I'm the same.
So what have you changed about the way you operate?
Or what has evolved naturally?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Oh, well, just me as a person?
Dealing with people.
I would say when I first got off the show, I mean, I was giving people money left and right.
Ooh.
I was giving people
classic story.
They would, left and right. But I would always I wasn't spending any money. Like I haven't spent any money from my merchandise sales. You know, and I'll make a pretty good amount on the weekend, and I'll take that and I'll just put it away. So I'm not trying to get stuck. But I would give people money, and I was giving someone some money. I'm not, every monthly, and then I had to shut them down. So I mean, that's the only thing.
Did their interaction with you change after you shut them down?
I've lost a few friends.
That sucks.
Yeah, but
they weren't your real friends to begin with.
True.
If they were
on the payroll.
Yeah. Yes and no, but a lot of people would just stop hitting me up in general because they're like, I don't want to hit him up because he's busy.
Yeah. That's a thing that I felt.
Yeah, I think you did that too. She did that too. So what happens is I am busy, so I don't hit you up because I'm doing stuff. So they don't hit me up because they're like, oh, he's busy, and then we just don't hit each other up anymore, and then we just stop talking.
It's like how Zara can't make it to the parties, but she wants to get invited.
Yeah, no one invites me.
Zara loves to party.
Loves to party.
You like to party? Is that sarcasm?
Loves to party.
I like getting invited. I like the option of like having a party to go to, but I can never go anywhere because you're working. Because I'm working all the time.
How much do you sleep?
I don't know, 5-6 hours.
Oh, okay.
4
hours.
4 to 6, depending on the night. Yeah.
That's good.
Well, it's not though. It's not.
You're supposed to sleep.
Like you're supposed to be sleeping more. I mean, we're in Hollywood. Everyone's trying to be beautiful forever, and I don't know. Our lives don't look like we have 12 hours.
This is the thing. Like you don't have to be attractive as a comedian. That's just bonus.
But like, I think there's extra pressure for women.
It is extra pressure, but it is extra pressure.
I think especially off stage, just to even get people to like. Sometimes people will be. I don't know,
auditioning, acting, like that sort of stuff.
I mean, there's always extra pressure on women when it comes to physicality and your looks.
Well, also for the acting thing, like there's roles that I'm going out for that I'm competing against girls who are literally 10 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So,
but you do look 11.
Yeah, you look 11 and a half.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what I'm saying is, once you blow up on stand up, people just start hitting you up for roles.
Yeah. Once you're a name, then it's a different story.
It doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So like, you do something. Are y'all doing anything on YouTube?
We're trying to expand into that. We have so many projects for Facial Rec right now, though. Like we're trying to like explore all these things, and that's like part of the problem that we're having with balance.
So you're not putting this on YouTube?
We have all the
videos, and we're going to try and put it somewhere like Patreon, YouTube. Maybe something.
Patreon or YouTube. Yeah. We don't know yet.
You should put it on both.
Yeah.
I would put it on both.
Patreon first and then release to YouTube, maybe. Yeah. We're like working our business strategy out on.
So you've been able to keep up with the stuff that you did before AGT. Like you kept up with Cooking with the Comedians, which was like a pet project of yours, and you like released music videos and stuff.
Yeah, there was times where I didn't I didn't keep up with it as much as I needed to, which in results. I remember when my followers on Instagram just started dropping. And I was like, why are they dropping? And I wasn't putting anything out. They'll drop. Because I was like, why is this? Because it was at 1:15. It's at 1:14 now.
You're like, is there some scandal? What's happening?
Yeah.
How long did you go without posting? Like, for real, before you started dropping?
Well, I mean, I didn't post Cooking with a Comedian. I mean, I posted videos, but I didn't post Cooking with a Comedian, which is my main source of views.
On Insta?
Not on Insta, on YouTube. On YouTube. My YouTube, I just looked at it yesterday, and I'm like, oh, it's going great. I'm at 154,000 on subscribers on YouTube. YouTube is really good to easily get subscribers coming, but you got to maintain it to get your views keep your views up, because people don't just unsubscribe from YouTube, but people unlike on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because they're... Oh, sorry.
Ooh, unprofessional.
Stupid, unprofessional.
His alarm's going off. I was going off. Some 1-800 number. Who's the telemarketer is hitting you up?
Do you feel like being, because it really is like social media is like a huge chunk of our job to like interact with people and get a following and have those views. Do you think that like, is there any part of it that drives you crazy?
Yeah,
like, I don't always want to post.
It does drive me crazy, and I'm actually having to. Yeah, I wouldn't do any of this. if I wasn't a comedian. Yeah. I would not have. I probably have Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
I would for sure not have Twitter. Like Twitter's for people following famous people, and I don't care.
I think like I like Twitter because I have an issue because I like Twitter because I like writing jokes and I like putting those out there. But like what bothers me is that I have more Instagram followers than Twitter followers, and I'm like, you just love me for my body and not my mind. Like that's what it feels like.
On Instagram.
Like, yeah, but
Instagram's just the number one social media. Like no one cares about Twitter.
I know, but
Twitter's
I like
a dying on its way out, so that's why people.
I feel like Trump brought it back because of all the.
I don't think he. I think he helped it out, but he
helped it out. Yeah.
Yeah,
also,
but it's still.
It's a source of breaking news, though.
Yeah, that's true for certain countries. Yeah. It's like where like
that's where I get all my news from sometimes. Just Twitter, like what's going on, what's trending, what's going on in the world.
That's funny because I get mine from YouTube.
Interesting.
I get mine from YouTube. I don't get it from Twitter.
Well,
so when I first go on my YouTube, it has all the videos. Well, only thing I care about, like only things I care about.
Yeah.
It'll pop up and it'll be like this happened, this happened, this happened. So my source of news is Trevor Noah. So.
How much? Yeah. How much?
He's so funny.
I love him.
He's brilliant.
I love him.
I'll watch him and I'm like, man, like his jokes. I'm like, that just happened today, and it's like a brilliant joke. Like his team is amazing.
The one joke that I really loved off a recent episode was he was talking about like the dudes at Starbucks that got arrested. At like the black dudes at Starbucks that got arrested, and he was like, "This is why people of color always show up late, or because we're afraid of getting arrested. But also, maybe they were already arrested when they came on time. They can't wait around anywhere." I was like, "That's so brilliant."
Yeah, he's so. I remember when he first got on, people didn't like him. I was like, no one likes their stepdad when they first meet him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So he's gonna kill it.
Every late night talk show has had a like.
Did you take your jacket off the second time? Because you had your jacket off in the beginning.
I don't know.
Paula's getting naked.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to get those views.
Is that your sleep now? Okay.
No, but like every like late night talk show. Every late night talk show or whatever has had like a year or two to like get because Seth Meyers, Colbert, like they all had to find their like.
There's a transition period.
Yeah.
Where people have to get used to you.
And it's so funny because if you look at his earlier episodes, he looks so less comfortable. You know, he looks
his interviews increased like crazy.
Oh my god! Like just him on any other late night show, like he's just like bow, bow, bow. It's like let him breathe, Trevor.
Yeah.
Like you're just you're killing it. So yeah, he's great.
He's great. He's my favorite person. Some days when I want to quit comedy, I just think of Trevor Noah. And I'm like, no, one day I'm going to meet him.
He makes me sad because he's like super. Oh, I didn't mean to call him back. He's like super. He's way funnier than me. He's good looking, and he's so smart. So I'm like, all right, well, I just lost.
Why does that make you
I just have to keep lifting weights.
You can't compare yourself.
Yeah, we're going to the comparing thing.
But okay, look,
I hear what you're saying.
Right.
He's extraordinary.
Okay, he's really good at everything.
But you are extraordinary. You're on a different journey.
But this is my thing. I know. Okay,
you get on
comedians.
Comedians
are just as insecure as you.
Oh, super insecure. But then anytime I see someone better or something, I just tell myself something like I'll watch Trevor Noah. I'm like, he can't beat me in the race. You know, like I'll just say stupid stuff to myself to make it feel better. So he's not even that fast, probably. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Just whatever.
I can skip rocks way further. I'm pretty sure if we go to a river now.
Your squat game's more on point.
Yeah. If it makes you feel better, Trevor Noah has notoriously said there's no abs under this suit. There's no abs under that suit. So
I know. Yeah.
Can you please show us the proper squat formation?
Okay.
At some point.
I thought you were going to ask me to show her abs. I was like, she's like, could you please?
We like to sexualize our guests.
Okay.
Not on this podcast.
Right now?
Yeah, and let's tell the audience what's happening. So Preacher's taking off his headphones.
Okay.
Do I need to take it off?
Are we we're narrating the squat?
He's standing up.
All right, do you need room?
His knees are bending at a...
Wait, how do you squat? I want to know how you squat. I'm just out of curiosity.
Okay, well, you guys have to describe it.
Right, well, now everyone's squatting. Okay.
So I do this.
Okay.
Someone describe it to the...
I've had like back problems, so I don't go all the way down.
Everybody's squatting but me.
What? I have all these physical therapy back excercises that I had to go through.
So you didn't show us the squat.
Okay,
what's the proper squat formation?
Your feet shoulder length apart. I can pick up the microphone now.
Now you can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead. Okay.
Anyway, so you shoulder length apart, and then you come down, and then your back straight.
Your arms are extended forward.
Yeah, arms are extended forward. Usually
parallel to the floor.
And then you come down 90 degrees. Come up, and it's a good way to do that. Is you look up. When you come down, you look up. Boom. Because a lot of people like
So you bend your knees
forward.
9
Yeah, they go
degrees?
forward or something. So you just you bend your knees and they should be shoulder length apart and boom.
Oh, your knees are shoulder length apart.
And as you're bending down, your back is arched and your booty's out.
Booty's out.
Booty's out. How do you keep
And squats don't make your booty bigger. People think that's a lie. Lunges do, if anything. There's plenty of other ones. Yeah, squats make you.
Screw a squat. Let me see a lunge.
Yeah, what?
Also, there's genetics. So if you don't have a big booty, you're probably not gonna have a big booty. But it doesn't matter. Like people are so obsessed with having big booties. Like you don't have to have one. Like if you have a nice one, it's perfect. Like people that work out and just have a fit booty, that's
nice.
You don't need to have a big booty.
Why is everybody obsessed with the big booty?
I don't know.
Right now, is it the Kardashians that did it?
Big booties look good. They look. I love.
That's fine.
But Kardashian, that doesn't look good. I don't think Kardashian's booty or Nicki Minaj's booty looks attractive.
You think an unnatural big booty does not look good then?
I think it looks. I'm not attracted. I don't see how anyone's attracted to it. It doesn't look good if it doesn't match your thighs. Like I don't think it. So I'm not a.
I put my jacket back on again.
Oh my gosh. No, I don't think that's a. I don't think that's attractive.
Yeah.
I don't think it's attractive to have the fake booty. I mean, if it's like what if I just start putting fake.
There are calf implants. Guys get calf implants.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Calf implants? Is that a thing that women like?
Yeah. No, I think a lot of guys do it because they feel insecure because it's like hard to get calf muscles. Like that's like a lot of men find it to be like the hardest thing to do. And so they get like implants in their calves.
I just never heard that. That's pretty weird.
I think it's so much.
I just think you could take what you have and you should work with it. I think a fit booty is just as good as a really big booty.
I agree.
I don't think you need all that. And when you have a fake one, it just looks silly. It really looks silly.
It does in real life, especially.
Yeah, it looks
on
silly.
TV, I think maybe you can pull it off because if you're on a show with everyone who has curves and big booties, but like when you see a person like that in real life,
it's also like
upper body,
stands
out.
Brett, like I think they're working on. Yeah, they're getting better on that. So some people like I'll look and I'll be like, oh, that's nice. And then my girl will be like, that was a fake. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. You know what I mean? But like, I know every time when it's a fake booty. Yeah. Every single time.
Work on that booty technology.
And I'm like, what did you?
It's a newer surgery, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I do think that like what's crazy to me with all those surgeries is that like every surgery is a risk. Like you have to go under and stuff. And so to me, for people to do that or put all that money into it is just like, it's so much.
Well, like there were like black market booty pumping things. Like they put cement in people's butts.
Yeah, they put, what was it called?
Square-shaped butts.
It was,
by accident.
It was a Fix-A-Flat.
It was something, and people were dying.
Fix-A-Flat. It was. What's her name? Cardi B. She went and got surgery on her booty. Everything on her is fake.
Yeah.
She complained, but she's so dope.
She's
so dope. So real.
She's got the personality to make up for
and
it all.
she's fine. Oh my gosh! But anyway, so
she's fine after all the surgery.
You see, her face. You can't. I mean, I don't think she did any surgery on her face, right?
Yeah,
her face is beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she said she did surgery on her booty, or whatever, and then like
and her boobs.
And boobs, whatever. So, but the person, when she did surgery on her booty, she was going to go back to do it again. And then the person that she was going back to killed someone.
Oh. Whoa.
In New York. So, because they did a Fix-A-Flat.
Yeah, I'm terrible.
But this is my thing. Like, Fix-A-Flat, if I can do the surgery myself, I don't think that's safe.
It's an injection?
Yeah, they just took the Fix-A-Flat and they put it in your booty.
Okay.
Whoa.
What is Fix-A-Flat?
Fix-A-Flat is for vehicles when they...
Okay.
All
right, that's enough. I'm done.
Okay.
Exactly. So people are putting
I thought that was like a slang term for something actually real, but it's
I literally heard
vehicles.
people inserting like cement type material in people's butts. Like, it's insane.
But that doesn't feel good because like what if...
Do they have to constantly turn it?
I mean, you could get an infection. I've seen that on Instagram.
They gotta be twerking at all times.
Like
I've seen that on Instagram. Okay.
I don't want to do this. That's just for my health.
I know.
I want to talk about this.
They gotta have like a sleep apnea booty twerk thing where it's like it's constantly shaking the booty when they're sleeping. That's just so funny to me. All right, go ahead.
I want to talk about just whenever I see these things on your Instagram, it just makes me so overjoyed. Like there's kids that follow you.
That's most of my fans.
Most of your fans, and they know your jokes, and then they make funny memes. Like they do these things. Like I saw this one kid who's just like clapping like crazy.
Oh yeah,
doing your clapping bit,
and then they roast, and then they like getting roasted by you too. Like whenever you do shout outs.
Oh man, some dude. I mean, people just send me random messages like, let's see what someone hit me up now.
Who slid in those DMs?
Yeah, I don't get like I'm not like a rapper or anything, so it's not a whole bunch of nudes that people are sending me. People would send me stuff like, let's see, this is the last message. Someone laughed at that. Someone sent there. A lot of people say stuff like, man, I'm such a huge fan of you, man. I love your music, your comedy, and I watch, I laugh so hard. Could you follow me? I'm like, what are you talking about? I get so many people try to follow me. Someone mentioned me in their stories. Oh, okay, this is them. Okay,
yeah,
go.
I had my cousin, I went to this wedding, and my cousin's friend followed my Instagram because I was with my cousin, my little cousin, and he was like, follow Pallavi. She has like all the wedding stuff. And then the girl asked for me to follow her back, and I was like, you're a teen girl in some city that I don't know. It would be creepy as hell for me to follow you. What's up?
Say what's up.
Hi. Hey, Preacher's Instagram. Hi, guys.
Yeah. That was it.
But it was weird. She was like, why aren't you following me back? I'm like, you're a teenager in some town that I don't know. Like, I've never met you in person. That's creepy.
Well,
I don't want to follow you.
Don't get fed. So.
You know what else? People, you know what's creepy? People ask me if I still talk to like the contestants all the time, right? Yeah. And I still talk to them. I talk to like Mandy like every day. I talk to the Christian like every week. And y'all don't know any of these people. Anyway, so I talked to...
I know some of them. I was at your finals.
Okay, with a deaf girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I text her a lot.
That's awesome.
And then the singer, the guy with the glasses, the kid, really good singer.
He played guitar?
Nope, not even close. All right, so never mind. You don't know these people. But they asked me, you talk to Darcy? I'm like, well, she's like 13. Like, how was school? You know what I mean? That's kind of creepy. Just like,
kind of like talking to a little cousin, though, or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I talk to her as much as I talk to my little cousin.
And you actually know her.
Yeah, I know.
That's, I think, a big component.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tweet her. I'll tweet her. You know what I mean? I'm not going to text her. You know what I mean? That's just weird.
But also, like, it's also like weird because we're in the entertainment industry and we're trying to get followers because it helps us get stage time. It helps us get jobs and stuff. And so it's weird that like regular people want us to follow them. I guess it's like cool or whatever.
It's a popularity thing.
But I don't do that. Like if I follow someone and then I don't like they're not like liking my stuff, I just unfollow them. Like I'm not a fan of anyone. I'm not on social media to follow other people. I'm 100% not on there to follow other people. I'm following you because we're friends and we're following each other. Or I'm like maybe there's 9 people I follow that don't follow me back. Those are people that I look up to. You know? Those are people that like
celebrities.
Yeah, like The Rock. Like he's just. Like people think I work hard. I'm like, no, I don't do anything. I don't do anything. Kevin Hart, like he's everywhere. Yeah. I remember when he posted on his story, he's like, I get to sleep today, and I'm like, what does he mean by that? And then like I'm like, oh, okay, I get what you're saying. So I mean, I don't. Some people they're like, oh, what's your Instagram? Oh, I'm gonna follow you, and I'm like, well, I let them know. Then I'm like, all right, cool, but I'm not gonna follow you back. Yeah. I just want to let you know. Don't get mad when I don't follow you back because I'm not on Instagram to follow people. Like I'm barely like liking stuff. For the most part, I'm on social media to post something.
Yeah, I feel that.
And then I leave.
I mean, it's just sort of like a way to reach out to people who want to see our comedy and follow our careers.
I'm a fan of like certain people. I think there are certain people that are like really funny on Twitter and stuff, and I like following them. But like I used to watch like Instagram stories a lot, and now I'm just like I have to have time for this. I post all mine and like. Yeah. So it's mostly for like people's jokes that I like going on there.
I was watching a YouTube clip and this helped me out a lot. But she was doing this woman was doing a speech and she was saying the best way to be productive is when ask yourself when you're doing something, how is this helping me get to my goal? So I do that like every like 30 minutes to an hour.
So there's every meaning behind every choice you make.
Behind every choice. So like I'll be doing something, I'll be watching YouTube videos and I'm like, oh, how is this helping me get to my goal? Oh, it's not. So I just stop. I just shut the computer down. Like do whatever.
But I do think that it's important to like have things for yourself and kind of like, I know that you're very busy and we all have like our schedules and stuff that we have to keep. But I do think that sometimes just for like my mental health, like I've noticed a lot of people like meditate or something. And I was talking to Fizza about how I have to have time where I'm just listening to music and walking or something, you know, like I take public transit and it's like really become a thing where I find myself at peace because of it. So there's certain things like some people Netflix and chill or whatever, but I do think like
but in a way that is a productive thing then because it is contributing to your mental and emotional health.
So it calms you down.
But I don't think well for me and I'm probably wrong, but I don't think you should I don't think I should make time for that. I think I always make time for that. I always have time to just chill and listen to music. I mean, when I'm on planes, I have to, like, I can't do much.
Right. But I mean, I always feel like there's other things I could be doing. I'm in transit all the time. And I feel like
that's why I feel like your transit would be my resting.
Right. But like, so I feel like even when I'm in transit, I can post stuff, I can like plan things, I can do stuff for school. Yeah. But sometimes I'm just like, nah, not right now.
Yeah, I think I should be working at all times.
Yeah.
I don't feel like every time I'm not working, I'm like, I'm wasting time. There's always someone that's working harder than me. Yeah, I do relax.
What do you do to relax? Like, what is your self-care thing?
You hang out with people and stuff.
Yeah, I don't really hang out with people. I hang out with my girlfriend.
You hang out with your girlfriend and like occasionally I see you for your birthday.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So I hang out with my girlfriend when I get back to LA. But for the most part, I'm just kind of my hangout is like I always make sure I have time. Like I went to the movies 2 weeks ago.
What'd you see?
Or a week and a half ago, maybe. I mean, I seen Avengers.
Okay,
did y'all see
don't say anything.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
I'm going to see it like today or tomorrow.
I'm seeing it this weekend.
I'm going to see it today or tomorrow.
I keep seeing all the. Is it the Thanos memes?
Yeah.
Everyone keeps posting.
Wait, how did you not see Infinity War?
Oh my God.
Because we have jobs, dude. We're also working.
I got jobs. What are you talking about? I just
podcasting all weekend.
Got hella jobs.
And
it's a 3. You don't have 3 hours. It's so long. You don't have 3 hours. It's a long movie.
I absolutely do not have 3 consecutive hours.
This last week, I did my show on Thursday night, and then at 2 a.m. I took a bus to Sacramento. Was in Sacramento for 12 hours to do a show, and then came back on like Saturday. I was like, there was no time this weekend. Yeah, we were podcasting and everything. But that's So you went and watched a movie. I realized like the only movies that I've seen in theaters the last like year were is Get Out, The Big Sick, Coco, and Black Panther. I was like, people of color movies. I'm out there supporting.
I see movies on the plane.
I watch
That's the only time.
I watch it on laptops and then like do work.
Huh?
Was that song you flew?
Last week. Minneapolis. The last movie I saw was Shape of Water on the plane. It was great. I got a joke out of it, which is great.
From,
I just thought of your joke about.
They stole that whole concept, right?
The what?
Shape of Water.
They stole what?
They stole like the whole concept from
Guillermo del Toro.
There was
a lawsuit, right?
There was a woman who said that she wrote a similar like book or movie or something.
Well, they showed the movie back to back, and it was the same thing. Like the same exact, like the same angles. It was weird.
And she wasn't credited whatsoever.
It's just her movie came out before and didn't get as much of it wasn't as popular.
Yeah,
and she didn't get like the kind of honor and stuff that.
Was there a lawsuit?
I don't know if there. I don't know.
Okay,
but
I don't know.
Anyways,
it doesn't matter.
Okay, wait. So we gotta wrap up soon. We like to end the podcast with 2 questions. One, who is your favorite Desi, which is South Asian,
like Indian,
brown, Pakistani, brown from Asia,
Pakistani.
Who's my favorite brown celebrity?
Yeah.
Besides us, of course.
Well, I mean, this is gonna sound bad, but I don't know how to say his name.
That's okay.
Who is it?
He's a stand-up comedian, and he was on the Daily Show.
Hassan Minhaj.
Nope.
Asif Manvi.
He was a guy. He did a stand-up special.
Asif Manvi?
He didn't have a microphone. He just had the headset.
That's Hassan Minhaj.
No, not him. But he used to be on a Daily Show, but he's not on there anymore.
So how do you spell his name?
So it's not Asif?
No.
It's not Asif.
And this guy, he did a roast. He did a roast.
Do you know how to spell his name?
He did the roast at the Correspondent.
That is Hassan.
No. I know who that is. He didn't. That's not him. He did a roast, whatever, and he does that. He's really like animated. You know what I mean? No, not Aziz. He on his Netflix special. He had like a video behind him.
Kondabalu?
He was like talking about growing up.
Hassan was
not him. I know who he is.
Are we getting played right now?
I know who he is.
You're literally gonna spell his name Hasan, and they're all gonna be Hassan. You're gonna be like, no, not Hassan.
This is the guy.
That's Hassan.
I was messing with y'all all the time.
I knew it. That's so great.
That was him the whole time.
We love
He's
him
amazing.
Too. He's so great.
I thought his roast was better, and then I rewatched it. I thought his roast was better after Michelle's Wolf. I watched her, and I was like, this is amazing, but I think Hassan's better. And I watched his roast, and I was like, I think hers was like,
I think they have 2 different tones.
Yeah.
She's very like blunt and in your face, and he's like appealing to like their emotions and their
it was different. It was different. But she was like, she was super mean. I was like, man.
Before he did the White House Correspondents' Dinner, he did like the TV and radio like thing that isn't as popular. Oh, he's got to go check his motorcycle.
Uh-oh.
Is it good?
Okay. He just grabbed my...
Whew.
Is it
good?
You saw the crack of the curtain.
I was checking.
Okay.
Everything's well.
Motorcycle's okay.
Bike's still there.
Right, just saying. You know?
Okay. So
You know?
So your favorite Desi celebrity is Hassan Minhaj.
Yes.
yeah, that's dope. Okay, and then our other question.
I just watched that one guy's new Netflix special.
Hari Kondabolu.
Yeah. He was, and he's talking about y'all like mangoes and stuff.
Yeah, preacher asked me if we love mangoes, and I was like, yeah, we love mangoes.
Yeah,
That's our thing.
Yeah, he was really good. He was really good.
Yeah. And then the other thing we have is we ask our guest if they have any like dumb questions about Desi people. Like, this is a safe space. If you have any questions that you've always been curious about Desi culture or anything.
I already asked the mango question. Yeah, I already asked the mango question.
The mango question.
Yep.
That's it.
I don't like mangoes, but most people do.
Since you took the initiative to ask that question on your own, we'll give you one more. Do you have any other questions?
Any other questions?
Safe space?
I don't know.
Were you ever around Desi people growing up at all, or?
No, I mean my only friends is this girl named Pulavu. I don't know how to say her name. No. There was a. Yeah, man. There's a dude. You know Vikram Boyle?
Yeah.
He's good.
Oh, I love Vikram.
He's super smart too.
He's such a cool
guy.
guy.
So silly.
I think
he's such a cool guy.
I'm gonna call you out on something. I think not one of the first times, but earlier when we were hanging out, and I came over to your place to do like.
Hey, who's smarter, you or Vikram?
I don't know.
Who's smarter?
I don't know.
Just say it. Who is smarter, Pilala? Huh? All right, because both of y'all are like really smart, so I want to know.
Wait, what
which
kind of
one's
engineer
smarter.
is he?
He's really smart.
Okay.
But that's normal, right? All of y'all are like super smart. You guys just born with a math book? Is that what happens?
There's your question. There's your question. Were you guys born with a math book? Yes.
Well, it's just that none of the people who could come over.
We're all C-section babies because we're born with math books.
All the people who could come over were doctors and engineers, so their kids are more likely to be doctors and engineers.
Oh, so there are dumb people. But
You think all the people in India are just doctors and engineers?
Yeah, I just thought all y'all were geniuses.
I've been there, and they're not all smart.
They've started
1.3 billion.
They've started to let like the dumber people in now.
Although it tightened up after 9/11, so for a while. So the 70s and 80s were like the huge influx of like.
That's my question.
People.
Since 9/11, how are y'all affected?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's harder to get visas and stuff for our family.
We have a joke. Everyone thought I was Puerto Rican until 9/11, and then 9/11, everyone thought I was suspicious. Like it was a completely different environment. It was just no one really knew what I was and how to, take that.
I was telling the day of 9/11, I was in 7th grade and they were showing the news like in the school because we all didn't know what was happening.
I just looked at you like, what happened?
No, I'm not even kidding.
They thought it was the Chinese people.
They thought it was they were talking about like terrorists and stuff. Yeah. And 2 white kids in my class put on turbans and started doing la 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 in front of me. And my teacher looked at me and then had to they're really hack. They looked at me and then he like had to like stop them because they were basically like making fun of our people. And people with turbans are sick.
That's nice that you had those checks and balances because I'd get called a terrorist every other day.
No, I mean we all do.
If I was lucky.
Like we all have that. Like I got called like the Taliban and stuff and like you just get called that stuff on the street all the time.
And that became nonstop for the years after 9/11. Yeah. Especially in like grade school,
I remember
high
Patrice
school,
O'Neal talking about that and he's like, y'all are the new black people.
Yeah, I remember that.
For me, it's mostly when I'm flying. Because of the TSA, like I get randomly selected half the time I fly.
I think it's harder for single men. My brother and my dad, when they're flying by themselves, get stopped way.
I knew that was because I remember I was talking to some guy.
That's like getting pulled over when walking. That's our version.
But I know it's not randomly selected.
Yeah.
Because I know it's not randomly selected. And I'm figuring that out now because I just got randomly selected twice in a row.
Yeah.
But I had sweatpants on both times and I was in TSA pre-check.
Yeah.
And they're like, how is he TSA pre-check?
It's not random selection. It definitely is racial profiling.
Yeah, like there was some guy behind me that had the turban on and he got randomly selected. And I was like, that's so weird.
I always try to look as unassuming as possible. Like I go in pigtails. I wear like a hoodie with with horns on it, like a little dragon thing. I'm eating pizza. Licking lollipops.
Look how American I am. I'm so American. I'm playing baseball, eating apple pie.
If I was brown, I kept getting randomly selected. I would just, every time I'd be like, oh, what a kawanka day. Just every time, just start a scene. Like,
I said that. I did that one time.
Do you do that when you get pulled over by the cops?
Yeah, exactly.
Who am I going to? Who's going to hear me?
Yeah.
Who's going to hear me?
I mean, in an airport, it's a bigger scene.
I definitely did that.
They barely hear gunshots.
I did that twice, and both times I got taken to the back and interrogated.
Oh, really?
So I stopped doing that. There was one time.
That's so funny that you really did.
I was like, oh, what a shocker. The one brown girl coming back with the bachelorette party of 9 white girls gets taken out to be randomly selected.
Oh, that's crazy.
And yeah,
one time I went to my.
This happens a lot to me.
One time I was going to my friend's funeral, and there were like 20 something of us going, and the one Adam Kahn was the only one checked.
Of course.
Shout out to Adam Kahn.
All right.
Well, his last name was Kahn. So.
Yeah, I know. He was the only brown dude. That's why.
Probably got to wrap up this 2-hour podcast.
Oh, yeah, we should, because I got to get back to work.
Where can we find you, Preacher?
You can find me at Preacher Lawson on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, Tumblr. All that.
Everything.
Yes, everything. Yeah, I'm the only Preacher Lawson. You know what's annoying? So I got the show, The Cooking with a Comedian, and then some dude started cooking with a comedian. Like he has on Instagram, and he started that after... And he does a cooking show. And he even tried an intro. And it's kind of like mine, where it's like...
Did you call him out on it?
No, because who cares? Like, no one's going to see his show. You know what I mean?
You just shouted him out?
I don't think he's going to... I did. Dang it. But I seen it, and I was like, this man's... All right, my bad.
Okay.
All right, cut that out. I don't need him having any kind of followers or attention. All right, so yeah, find me at Preacher Lawson on everything, and yeah.
The Real Cooking with Comedians.
Real Cooking with a Comedian.
And let's do our facial rec socials.
So, yeah, Facial Recognition Comedy on Facebook and Instagram, Facial Rec Comedy on Twitter. And we're this podcast. And my stuff is PALLAVIGUNALAN. That's my website, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook.
Pilavin?
Oh, you guys are ruining this for me. My family and close friends call me Palu. Zara and Fizza have started, and I love it. Yeah.
And I'm Fizza Dasani, and on Twitter and Instagram and my website, Facebook, it is spelled FIZAADOSANI.
And I'm Zara Ali. My socials are Zara Ali Live. Zara is spelled ZAHRA.
Thank you for being here, Preacher.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Preacher.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.